The Village Idiot, Donald Trump, Ice Barbie, cosplaying Kristi Noem. They want you to believe, J.D. Vance, they want you to believe that ICE is making cities more safe, right? That ICE's efforts, that their cruel actions, that are their emotional immaturity, that their racism, their bigotry, their hatred, their stamping on the Constitution, their abusive actions, that they're making you more safe. And within the right wing echo chamber, that message is getting out there. It's getting some play. But with the American people, not so much. Right now, the data, I'm looking at it right here, 61, this is a New York Times Siena poll, 61% of Americans say that ICE has gone too far with its tactics. That's a direct quote, too far. 71% of independents said ICE's actions have gone too far. 63% of voters said they disapprove of how ICE is handling its job. ICE, the American people aren't with ICE because the American people realize that they personally are less safe because they themselves, whether they are migrants here illegally or whether they're just American citizens who happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, they may be victims of the ICE Gestapo's efforts. Secondly, the bullshit argument that they're making that you're more safe because bad guys are getting pulled off the streets because ICE is doing its job, that's not realistically what's happening. The actions that ICE is engaged in is actually discouraging victims of crime, migrant victims of crime, and witnesses from cooperating with law enforcement because they don't trust law enforcement. They don't know that if they go to local law enforcement, that local law enforcement may or may not be coordinating with ICE. So if you're now a victim who is, a migrant who's here illegally, who is most likely to be the victim of an actual illegal migrant, somebody within the community, somebody with no rights, no power, no ability to protect themselves, they're the people who are most likely to be the victims of that small percentage of migrants who are actually engaged in violent crime. They're not coming forward to police. They're not reporting the crimes that are happening to them because they're just as afraid of law enforcement now as they are of the predators within their community who are going after them. That's the actual story.